Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It all depends on the location you are watching me from at this time. And on this channel, I talk on reality. And to all of my social media, I talk on reality, I talk on skincare, I make DIY sometime. And if today is the first time you are coming across this my page, my name is Faith, and here I talk on reality. And today, are you a parent that the teacher have been complaining about your child, that your child is not performing well in class, then this video is for you. We are going to look at three things that can make your child to improve on their performance in school, and these are the things as a parent we need to do to help our children at home. And one of the first thing I'm going to talk about today is concentration. What do I mean by concentration? This is the part you need to play as a parent. Try to tell a story to your child, and if your child is not concentrating during the time that you are telling the story to your child, call the attention of your child. Hey, I'm talking to you. And during that process, make sure you look at the eyeball to eyeball of your child. And after finishing with the story, ask your child, okay, this story I just told now, can you repeat it to me? And if your child cannot repeat that story, I will advise you as a parent, you go over again on that story you are telling your child. And when you are done for the second time, ask your child to repeat that story. And when you continue doing this, it will improve the concentration of your child. And make sure this thing I am saying now, that you always look at the eyeball to eyeball of your child. Whenever he's taking off his eyes when you are talking to him or her, draw the attention of the child and let the child also look at you eyeball to eyeball. Yes, when you continue to do this as a parent, you will see that your child will improve in the area of concentration in class, because most of these children, they lack concentration. Little thing can distract them in the class, and when you have built this in the life of your children, when they are going to school, they won't have much negative report from their teachers to you. And the second one I'm going to look at, cultivate this habit for your children to be reading. Stop reading for your children as a parent. I believe every child that have passed through nursery 2 should have the sense or the ability to read, and even when they cannot read those things properly, your work as a parent is to support them by pronouncing that thing properly for your child. How do you improve the reading skill of your children? Try to buy all these storybooks, little storybook for them. We have storybook of their age, different ages that you can buy for your children. And after buying this storybook for your child, if you have the time, try to go through that storybook and give that storybook to your child, and give a time for your child to finish reading that storybook. And when your child has finished reading that storybook, ask the child to summarize what he or she have learned from that storybook. And if your child could not tell you exactly what is inside that storybook, tell that child to repeat it again. By so doing, you are improving the reading skill of your child. Let me remind you this thing, parent. When you continue to read for your child, when you continue to write for your child, in the time when they will, at the time when they will write their exam, will you be there to read for them? The answer is no. Because in nursery 2, during that time, we might allow the children to read for themselves, and if they could not understand it properly, that is where we'll come into, and that is when you as a parent, you will see have that time to explain what that storybook is all about. When you do this, you are improving the performance of your child in school. And the last but not the least I'm going to talk about on this video, daring your children. How do you dare your children? As a parent, you can dare your child. Maybe for instance now, the child, last session, the child took, let's say, 10th position. And the way you can dare your child is, okay, you are going to tell your child, Philip, You remember you took 10th position last session, right? You said yes. And if this coming session you are able to take, let's say, 5th position, because you start gradually, you don't just rush them that they must take first. No. And you dare them by saying, okay, if you are able to take 5th position in your class, tell your child that that lovely toy, those things that your children like, tell them that you are going to buy those things for them, and you will see the excitement in them. Yes, that is the way you can dare your child to perform well in school. Yes, dare your children with those things they like very well. Tell them, if your child, second one I'm going to talk about, if your child in the last session was able to take 5th position, tell them, if you are able to take 3rd position in this term or 2nd position in this term, that beautiful toy you want me to buy for you, that tab you want me to buy for you, I will buy it for you. These are the way you dare your children. These are the way you lift the spirit of your children to perform well in school. We don't just leave everything for the teacher. We as a parent, we have our role to play. I hope we are going to put this into practice. Please, dear parents, try and put this into practice and see if all these tips have talked about will not help your child. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to share this video. Help me to share this video to reach as many that it can go, so that parents will also learn to teach their children on how to improve their performance. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I do appreciate you. God bless you. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.